What's up, fam? Welcome to a new segment called The Good, The Bad, and The Ugly, the show where I take a game franchise, look at the very best, worst, and downright shittest the game has to offer. My name's David, and welcome to the show. Now, I'm quite the fan of Capcom. They've made a lot of cool franchises and are probably one of the most popular game companies in the world. They've made great success with games like Mega Man, Street Fighter, Resident Evil, Devil May Cry, and many other games that I love that I just can't be bothered to remember. Anyway, today I'd like to discuss one of those sagas, Resident Evil. Resident Evil. Even to this day, you still make me shit my pants. The memories. Especially your voice acting. That was probably the scariest.
Stop it! Don't open that door!
What is it?
Blood. Hope this is not Chris's blood. That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich. Here's a lockpick.
Yeah. Okay, let's hit you up with some history, eh? So the first Resident Evil game was released in 1996. It was created by Shinji Mikami and was produced and is still owned today by Capcom. As of 2015, the series had sold over 61 million units worldwide. It has become Capcom's biggest selling game and is marked as being the father of the survival horror genre. I'm not going to go completely into the history of Resident Evil for three reasons. One being that most of you watching this probably already know about it. Two being I'm not here to talk about the backstory of the game. And three, well, I just can't fucking be bothered. So what I am here to talk about is the good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's get started. Resident Evil 1, also known as The Good. Man, this game was fucking great. It was dark, gritty, violent, spooky, creepy, terrifying, and just goddamn gut-wrenching. It was just so atmospheric and enthralling. Just made you feel a part of the game. It captured the imagery perfectly and did it with such grace and style. The thing that really made me fall in love with the game was the idea of it. The concept of this huge mansion. I'm talking fucking-enormous. Running around through it, solving puzzles, killing zombies, feeling helpless while all at the same time feeling badass. Capcom nailed it. A big part of this game was the puzzle solving. As well as being a survival horror, the mansion was packed with tons of puzzles to solve. Whether it be pushing a statue off a ledge, moving furniture to get to higher ground, or trying to figure out how to get through this door, and this door, and this door, and this door, and this fucking door, and this— 0 out of 10 too many doors. The puzzle solving in this game is great. If you want to test your mind, this game plays with your head so much. It combines the horrors of the zombie-infested mansion with the puzzle solving of Portal. Well, you don't get a portal gun. Although, that would be pretty useful, and handy, and just fucking awesome. Capcom make that shit happen. I guess what I'm trying to say is, this game plays you as much as you play it. It mindfucks you. So brilliantly, though. Hope it's wearing a condom. Now, a cool thing to remember about Resident Evil is its save data system. And oh my lord, it's genius. So the way Capcom worked through the PlayStation's limited memory system was utilizing a very unique system in which you, the player, had to find your saves. I don't mean just finding a save point, no, I mean you literally had to scavenge the mansion to find these things called ink ribbons. And so on top of that, you had to also find a save room, or rooms with a typewriter in them, such as the dining hall or the medical basement. Then, use one of your ink ribbons on the typewriter, and that's how you save your progress. And if you ran out of ink, that's it, no more saves. And the scariest thing about this feature was, if you died and didn't save, all your shit is gone. Everything you worked so hard for, gone. Like that. Like in Assassin's Creed, if you die, not much happens, not too many consequences. Just spawn and start fighting again. Big whoop. But here, in Resident Evil, you gotta do everything again, and not die this time. Which, might I add, is a pretty hard thing to do in this game. So yeah, it's a good game, I like it. Fast forward a few years and the franchise is doing pretty well. Capcom released a badass trilogy that still to this day holds its own. But the infamous Resident Evil 4. Now, here's the thing about Resi 4. To most, it's considered one of the best games in the franchise. This is because Capcom did a complete 180 with the game. As you can see in this extremely detailed graph, Resident Evil 1 was 70% puzzles and about 30% action. However, with Resi 4, the game became about 90% action and 10% puzzles. This caused the entire fanbase to be split down the middle. Half the fans say it's what the game needed, while others say it's too fast-paced and over the top. Thankfully, the fans that didn't like it to begin with eventually accepted it and let it be. So now, the bad. Resi 5. You never fail to make me laugh and cry and just make me unsure of myself. Yeah, Resi 5 wasn't the best. It essentially tried to take Resi 4 and remove all the puzzles entirely. Resi 5 is just action. Non-stop, over-the-top, balls to the wall, make you want to punch a boulder kind of action. Know what I mean? This received some heavy feedback from the fans. Not only did the fans not like it, but they considered it to not even be a good standalone game. Now that's saying something. I mean, I didn't mind Resi 5, I just kind of remember it as one big blur. Nothing really to remember, nothing really to care about, but the effort was still there, and it did keep you entertained for the most part. Which brings us to Resi 6. Oh god. Oh, I think I'm gonna be sick. This game is just so bad. Boring dialogue, boring action, boring bosses, boring enemies, boring missions. The game's just a fucking chore. Capcom really screwed the pooch on this one. Speaking of pooches being screwed, you all know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh god, oh no, oh god, no, oh god, no, please make it stop, no, why, god, no, please! Do not buy Raccoon City. Don't even consider it. Just don't. Okay. As today stands, Resident Evil is still going today. Its latest series, Resident Evil Revelations, combined the perfect balance between story, action, and puzzles. I don't know why I haven't played it yet. I really need to pick that shit up. CJ!
Yes!
Buy me Resident Evil Revelations.
Okay!
Good. And of course, we have the remasters, which is probably the best thing Capcom's done in the past decade. I mean, Street Fighter V's pretty decent, but that's about it. If you're looking for a game that's both easy to learn, hard to master, a game that's relaxing but stressful, a game that makes you sweat from your core, but still keeps you all warm and fuzzy on the inside, Resident Evil is the game for you. I've been one more level, and you've been great. Thanks for watching.